want, things to be bettered, within probation and parole and also monitoring. If you do some things that's wrong, you pay your debts to society, and that's the bottom line. And, I just feel like some of the system could, look at us as individuals. We do have lives, it's just a mistake we made, and not just do us as if we are animals. It's making us as individuals feel like we're locked in boxes. Even though we have been incarcerated, it's hurting us, but it's hurting our family the most. Because we have kids, we have jobs, we have a lot of things that, life situations. We are individual people. So as we go through these trials and tribulations, it's hurting our kids, and it's taking away from our families. You have to try and go out, make memes, and yet my kids, I want to spend some time with my kids, but I really don't have the time. I have to try and go out, make money for this, make money for bills, or try and get myself back on track. It's just a lot of pressure, with just having all of that on your shoulder and on your back. It's just a lot of pressure. And some people, they just can't deal with it. It's restricting us. They're telling us, hey, you have a curfew and, certain things, you have to be in a house, just restricting us from the everyday life. It's just hard for us, at times, because we're trying to do the right thing and we're restricted. Probation is not there with you every day, like a mentor or something. They're not taking you out to find a job. I feel like it should be a way for you to have some kind of person, like a mentor, assigned to you to, keep your track, keep you in the direction you need to be going. But here yet, I'm trying. I'm not the type of person to give up, and I'm going to keep going until I make it to where I want to be.
First of all, rest in power, King. And my condolences to Rayshard Brooks and his family as well. Now, everything that Mr. Brooks was talking about, I absolutely agree with him 110%, 200%, 1,000, 3,000%. I totally agree with him on that. I agree with everything that he was talking about. It is indeed very difficult for one who been incarcerated to thus transition back into just a normal way of life. You know what I'm saying? Now I personally haven't been incarcerated before, but I personally know different family members who have been through that, and who are still going through that. You know what I'm saying? And they made a certain decision, and that certain decision caused this travesty over their life, where they have to live with this for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? So when you get out of prison, what they normally do, they'll hook you up with a parole officer. They'll put you in a halfway house to try to get you transition into just a normal way of life. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I understand that some of the things that people who been incarcerated, I understand, it'd be different things that they probably did, like felonies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. And I also understand the accountability behind it as well. But however, in Mr. Brooks' situation, just through his rant and just through his demeanor, you could tell that he honestly was doing his very best to just have a normal way of life, or normal living. You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult. It is the judicial system is very tough. It is. The system is very tough, especially black men. You know what I'm saying? So just to see this king talk about that stuff, you know what I'm saying? It don't bring tear to me, and it bring tear to my heart, because I understand how it is, you know what I'm saying? I understand it a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? When you trying to do your very, very best to just make a living, especially when you have one family relying on you, like children, you know, or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Or if you was married, or if you just had a girlfriend, whatever, you know what I'm saying? People are relying on you to, you know, to be the provider, you know what I'm saying? Then also us as black men, we have to fight against that stereotype every single day that we have to be the provider of the household. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, it gives us a sense of urgency that we need to take care of our household. We need to provide. And in some cases, you know what I'm saying, it corrects a type of insecurity with black men if they can't produce or they can't provide the way that they feel that they need to provide. You know what I'm saying? So in turn, it cause black men to, you know, do different things, stuff like resort to like petty crime or anything like that, just to put food on the table. You know what I'm saying? Does different stuff like that. You know what I mean? So this is also what I was talking about with Black Lives Matters when I did a rant about the Black Lives Matter organization. And if you haven't seen that rant, I encourage you to go ahead to see the rant. And I also encourage you to go into my official Urban Therapist page and stuff and view the content that I had put about this organization. But anyway, just like I say, this organization, the Black Lives Matter organization, they're real quick to try to support you when they see a black man being gunned down, you know what I'm saying, by a police officer, you know what I'm saying? They real quick to do that, you know what I mean, to try to advocate and have, you know, promote people to protest or whatever, stuff like that and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they do not have the type of mentorship that Mr. Brooks was talking about. They don't reach out. They don't have that type of program. I haven't seen it, you know what I'm saying, where they have type of mentorship programs for the black men, you know what I'm saying, where they could get themselves together, especially after you're being incarcerated, you know what I mean? They don't support that. They don't support the leadership, you know what I'm saying, showing that the whole structure, overall structure of black people, period, is that you have to have a black man, a black leader to lead you, you know what I'm saying? To me, I personally do not believe in, you know what I'm saying, this broken system that they got going on right now, where they feel like a woman should lead and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Now, let me correct myself on this one thing. Now, I'm not saying that a woman is incapable of leading, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the whole divine structure of it, when you know that you have black men there who are willing to lead, who are willing to provide, to do the support needed, you know what I'm saying, that we need to be in that place. And you shouldn't keep us from being in a certain place because of a certain lifestyle that you chose to live, you know what I'm saying, or you chose to be, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said in my other rant, I was against all that, you know what I mean? So absolutely, Mr. Brooks, absolutely, the prison system, it needs to be reformed. The politicians that are out there and stuff, they need to work hard to fight against this prison reform system, where it can be better for people who've been incarcerated as well. You know what I'm saying? I personally know different politicians stuff. They're all passionate about that. They're passionate to help support. But unfortunately, I know without a shadow of a doubt that the Black Lives Matter organization, this is not their main focus at all, to try to uplift the black men or the black king. You know what I'm saying? So, rest in power, King. And like I always, y'all, fight fate with faith.